Kenya has remained to be the athletics powerhouse in the world following the performance that has continued to be registered by athletes. However, Kenya's pride is being haunted by doping menace that has proved to shake the powerhouse.
We have been fighting this issue of doping for quite a long time. You are aware that the first doping case that was discovered in Kenya was way in 1988, 22nd of February, in 1988. The second one was later on in 1992, going to 1993, and from then on it has continued all the way because of the challenges that have been there in terms of taking drugs.
Kenya has been in the top category on the World Anti-Doping Agency watch list since February 2016, alongside only Bahrain, Belarus, Ethiopia, Morocco, Nigeria, and Ukraine.
And so it has increased in the recent past, and that is why we were put in category A among the 7 countries. It has increased because of other events that have been discovered in the recent past.
That we can also, hopefully, at some stage, move Kenya out of category A, so that it's seen as a country with a lot of elite athletes, but a lower level of risk. But you know, these categories are assessed all the time. So at the end of each year, the Athletic Integrity Unit would report back to World Athletics and talk about the progress or not that those federations have made.
The government, through the Ministry of Sports, has now declared the war on the vice.
We've discovered that there's a ring. There's a ring that have actually targeted athletes. There are some middle people. There are some crooks, if I may call it that way. I'm sorry to use very strong words again. But it is definitely clear to us that there is a new team of individuals that have targeted athletes.
According to Sports CS Ababu Namwamba, agents and training camps have emerged to be the breeding ground for doping.
We have put all agents on notice. In fact, we have asked Athletics Kenya, and it's part of the master plan, which we adopted from our anti-doping summit, that even the manner of licensing agents, managers, coaches, trainers, that regime is going to be reviewed very thoroughly. The manner of licensing training camps is also going to be thoroughly reviewed, because some of them may be breeding grounds for some of these malpractices. And so yes, that is an area we have already identified as a risk area, and we will deal with it accordingly.
I think it is part of the wider problem that we are having, even within the country, in terms of corruption, in terms of middle people coming up with different things, in terms of Shylocks, and so many other things. So now they have discovered a new area where they can cheat the athlete to dope so that they can be paid. And this is the thing that we are talking about.
A raft of Kenya's runners have been suspended after testing positive for banned drugs, with more than 50 Kenyans listed on the Athletics Integrity Unit AIU global list of ineligible athletes.
This week, by the end of this week, we'll be releasing names of those athletes who are under suspension, and those that we had not released prior, but we've already sanctioned, we will release the names. So I know our communication officer is here, Elvis, and he will be releasing the names before the end of this week. We have, so far, starting July of last year, which was the beginning of our financial year, we have provisionally suspended about 20 athletes. Majority of those athletes are in athletics, a few are in football, and a few are in bodybuilding.
However, Kenya is preparing to submit a bid to host 2029 World Championships after failing to clinch the 2025 one.
And so we have not given up. We are still going to follow up to see that we bring the World Championships here in Nairobi at some stage, because we have built our capacity through the World Under-18. We have built our technical capacity through, assisted by Ibrahim Hussein here, during the Under-20. So the next one was definitely going to be the World Championships. So we have not given up. But again, because of some of these other challenges that we are going through today, we cannot go back and say, let us do this or let us now apply for another one until we sort out this problem that we are talking about today.
Davis Mberia, Every Sports.
Kumbuka shindano hili yuko